I know I'm live. I'll just get the thing up and running. I was going to put the ticker on, but I don't want to risk it. There we go. It's all working. Okay, now I've got to plug in the mats. Which has a spider web on it. What the fuck? No. Weird. Weird. Ew, it's a construction web. It's a thick, one of those thick webs. Not sticky, but annoying. Go on. There's nobody here. Should I turn my mic off? I don't know. No, I'll just get on with it. I'll just get on with it. Because I need to think out loud for some parts of this anyway. I didn't feel right. I think I feel right. Weird. Okay, so last time we started doing this section, this segment of the station. Is it, what layer is it? Is it this layer? No. That layer, okay. Yeah, we started doing this section of the station, and I think it looks okay. It's pretty good. We haven't done any of the mass shading stuff. I think I don't know whether to do that now or whether to do that before I had the windows on. I think I should do that now. So what we're going to do is basically just add some shading onto the details and stuff with the brush, just on the edges, to make them look a bit better. Nothing drastic, but that's what we're going to do. And I do not need that here. But yeah, we're going to try to make this look metallic. So brush. Son of a bitch. Whatever spider was on my drawing pad, it's left just little tiny traces of spider web all over it. In the box. Oh, my computer moved. It shouldn't be in the box so much now. So I'm just trying to figure out the best way to do this. I think the best way is to get all of the colors that I've got spotted around and just kind of just like take them and kind of just do very, very light touches, like corners and stuff. Maybe even make like a gradient effect in each of these panels. I definitely have to touch up the side ones. I'll just touch up the side ones and see how that goes. It's a bit too zoomed in, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Let's see size. Let's see. It's all good. All good. Well, this brush is a bit small. I think it'll do better with a bigger brush. Maybe. I don't know. Let's try a slightly bigger brush. This is going to be too big. Oh yeah. See, already that looks a bit. It looks a bit better. It's not too overpowering, but you've got a gradient effect. So yeah. Actually, I want that a bit darker. Just do that, and then I'll blend it in. Blending. Maybe this would have been better with a marker or something. I don't know. It doesn't look too bad. I think I'm going to go smaller just to get these corner bits. They're bothering me just a little bit. Just a little bit. I don't mind a bit of shine, but it gets a bit irritating when it's that bright. Like this one. I'm going to completely cover this one up. And then down here we've got another curve. So we're just going to do the same thing, only with the bigger brush. Forgot the bigger brush. Go back to the smaller brush. Just to get all of these seams to kind of be a bit more seamy. So yeah, see now we've got like a gradient. It goes from dark to lighter from the corner. And now we're going to do something. We're going to do the same thing, but with this bit up here, because this is on the more darker side. I want to make it more closer to this color, if possible. Oh, down. So I want to get the big brush again, and we'll just do the exact same thing that we did over there. Again, I'm going to go in with the brush. Can I rotate? Did I set that up? Oh, I can only rotate all the way. Also, it rotates the entire picture. It's fine. This is kind of what I wanted anyway, kind of. Should I do this door? Should I do this door? Yeah. Simple blending with the big brush, and then we're going to go and do the touching up in the corners with the teeny brush. Now to keep it its own panel, I want to keep some of the original color. To give the curvy illusion, you kind of make little curves like these. Just keeping on the contours. Especially since this one's kind of a door. I want to give this one slightly more texture, but honestly, I don't know. I don't think it would look any better if I did. So we'll see how it looks by the end of this individual shading bit, and then go from there. But so far, it's not looking bad. I don't think it's looking bad. This is an extreme close-up detail. There we go. So I call this one innerspace because we're going to be working on the interior. This big black hole here. We're going to be working on that. So let me just get rid of that random obvious bit. Is that on my screen or is that on? It's probably not even on my screen. Typical. Yeah, so that looks a bit more believable. However, I am gonna just steal this color back, and we're gonna just quickly go around the edges of this side. In a more circular pattern, because this is a weird corner, so I'm just gonna blend evenly. Or at least as evenly as I can. What was that? Random notification. But yeah, that looks fairly blendable. That looks like fairly blended. Am I still on this color? Yeah, I am. Just gonna blend it while I'm on this side. I can easily just touch this up. Like that. Just little kitty deep. Yeah, I still don't know what to make that color. Sorry, what color to make that? Don't know why I yoded that just now. But yeah. Okay. The front-facing color and the top color is a bit too similar. I don't know. Let's see if we can work with it. At least a little bit. Just the top bit up here. Just little detail to make it a little bit more realistic. Just a line of it. Just a line of the top color on this side, or this forward-facing side. Is this 2 panels? Yeah, it is. It doesn't look like it. And then we just blend it in. As we go down, we ease off of the brush to blend in this color. We'll do the same for this panel. But not super much. Just enough to make it look like it's curved a little bit. Give it some dimensionality. Dimensionality, that's the word I was looking for. Dimensionality. So there we go. And yeah, this is a corner. That's a corner. So I should be able to do something about that as well. What did I do on the other corner? Oh yeah, I did the circular motion. Using the pencil, I am going to put the pencil tool. I'm going to put a light here, so it's not going to be much of a deal. But yeah. It does rotate it, but it rotates it 90 degrees for some reason. But yeah, the edges now look a lot more touched up. I'm happy with that. Right. The next thing I wanted to do, I wanted to figure out what this was. Like, what kind of color is it? I know what it is, but I want to kind of figure out what kind of color is it. I was like going for like a greeny brown, maybe, like a very, 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 very light green brown. Because of this whole sun bleaching thing that happens. So that's a green. That's a greeny white. It's greeny grey, and that's greeny black. So I'm just trying to think of the way to do this properly. I'm leaning on the box. I know I'm leaning on the box. Oh my god. Okay. Before I do that, let's fix the problem with the differences in the top. We still haven't figured out this. We haven't done this paneling. The top paneling is something that I wanted to do different, because the circles don't look right somehow still. I want them to all match almost. And they don't. That one looks a bit squished. That one doesn't look that squished. I mean, that's closer to us, but yeah. I'm just going to try to make them more circular. Also, it might help them blend in a little bit. But it's so quiet tonight. So quiet. So quiet. Severe concentration going on. Severe concentration, excitement. Okay, I think these two are okay now. I think that they're okay. I don't have a problem with those ones. This edge. Let's blur that a little bit. Because that was a bit weird. Also, this bit up here is also a bit weird. Oh my god. So I just realised I shouldn't have done a live stream right now because I've got. Oh my god, I'm supposed to do something. Shit. Hopefully, I won't get in trouble. See, the thing is, I kind of want the outlines of the circles of the thicker paneling to be a bit more fuzzy because they're kind of reflecting more light. So yeah. So I'm just touching up I'm just making sure that this is a circular panel and also that the outlines match a little bit with the surroundings. Because as you can see from this one that's not been touched up at all, it does look a bit bitty. It doesn't look so great. It hardly looks like it's we are super zoomed in. I do want to point that out. We are super zoomed in, so we are going to see a lot less detail. That's an art tip for anybody that's learning and stuff. Yeah, it's great if you basically do stuff that that when you superly zoom in on it, it looks good. But you have to look at the bigger picture. Like, and you have to maintain that kind of quality throughout the entire thing. So if you touched up something super well in one place, it's going to look weird compared to the rest of the picture. you have to kind of maintain a, what is it called? It's called, there's a term for it. There's an actual art class term for it. It's like overall resolution or something. Consistent resolution, I think that's what it is. But yeah, and that's where you have to maintain the same kind of detail in the entire picture. Because if you have something that's like super detailed, super fine detailed in one specific place, and then the rest of the picture it's not, then that could be a really cool artistic choice, but it only works for certain situations, you know. Unless that's what you're intending to do with the picture, it's gonna be weird, you know. That's what's wrong with this. This circle has to extend out. The circle's looking a bit flat. That's what it is. You know what? I'm gonna take its color and I'm gonna go with it. It's being lost a bit. There you go. Now it looks like a pancake. It's quite circular, but it looks like a pancake. But it kind of matches, so that's good. That's exactly what we're intending. And some of these panels are looking better, so I'm happy with that. I'm happy with these edges. I might go super fine. Super fine. Russian Beauty Online. Go away. Super fine. I might go super fine, and then I might actually pick some of the edges for the paneling itself, because I do want some of the edges to be seen really clearly, or a lot more clearly. So we'll go from the top to the bottom. Not pencil. I'm already a brush. I wanted to go slightly deeper. Slightly deeper in color. Zoom in a little bit more. So now we can see the actual pixels. But yeah. Just every now and again. I would use the line tool for this. But I don't want to. Yeah, but just like I'm gonna actually raise this. I'm gonna raise this edge. Just because it blends too much a little bit. And this one. You see, you kind of just like are picking out the corners almost. Kind of got Pocahontas playing in my head now. That's a random. My brain likes to fuck with me though, sometimes it does that. See, again, it just gives that extra depth and feel to it. Compare this side to that side, and it's black and white, isn't it? You can really see the differences. Okay, so don't have to do much for these panels. Yeah, that grey's a bit lighter than that grey, so that wouldn't help anyway. What's here? Oh, apparently nothing. How random. Like these two greys, they're slightly different. Maybe a bit too light still. A little bit darker. Yeah, that's dark enough. Hey, Jeffers. Who's here? What? Oh, I said, what's here? Didn't I? I don't know what I said. Just give that an edge. Give this an edge. Oh, that was a mistake. Any other colors that are similar? This corner color is a bit annoying. And these three panels don't look like they're totally... Thanks, I did the edges just now. Well, before you came here. I did the edges just now, but I also realized that I was supposed to do something for work at 11. So, yeah. I forgot that I was supposed to do that, so I might have to leave in around about, like, I can be half an hour late. I'm okay with that. So yeah. But yeah, so this top panel I think looks pretty good with the random changes that we've made. I've done the edges already on all of the sides, including this edge that you can see here. Let me just make it bigger so that you can see it better. There you go. Yeah, so you can actually see the edges, the corners here, and down this side here as well. It's super zoomed in at the moment, so like you can see lots of imperfections, but I'm working on it. Right. So this kind of shadowing isn't going to work on a shadow. the one I did here up here with the outlining certain plates and stuff, certain bits of the plating. That's not going to work because on this side, because this is in shadow. So I'm thinking about just leaving this. I'm thinking about leaving it, but I'm not sure. I kind of want to blend it all into each other. I think I went a bit too overboard on the Aztecing on this. What? I'm sorry, two Tubbs, because I popped in to say hi, but I'm running too. I'm heading out to the pharmacy to get my dad's medication, so I may be back. Here's many more. Thanks, dude. Yeah, I'll see you later then. Yeah, I'm sorry that I'm gonna have to go. For anybody else that's watching this on playback, this might be a short episode because I completely forgot that this is the time now. You know, and I have to do things like soon. Oh my god! I just realised I've done this corner. Is that too big? Does that look good enough? I think that looks good enough. That was a real quick edit, that was, so I'm just going to touch it up a little bit on the corner. There you go. I thought I missed a corner. That would have been terrible. Right. Yeah, I think we're good. Yeah, I think we're good. I think the paneling looks pretty good. And you know, if I feel differently later, it looks really bad close up. This side looks a little bit crappy close up. But if I feel differently later, there's plenty of time to fix it. And it might look better with windows and stuff because there's probably windows and stuff implanted still. So yeah. Okay, so I think the paneling is good. I don't obsess over it because then we'll end up just doing that all the time. Right, so what am I doing here? What is this going to be? Should I worry about that, or should I work on just the interior, the inner space, like I said that I was going to do at the beginning of this episode? Since we've got 20 minutes, let's try working on that. You know, let's try working on that. Okay, so where's my? There we go. Okay, so this is the bit I wanted to do. I wanted to do the doors and I wanted to do the interior space, forgetting about the shuttle because the shuttle's going to be put in later. But yeah, I was thinking these would be lights and that there would be a base color. But what I'm really concerned about is the edge, because this, where it meets the actual outside, is something that I want to do last, so that we don't run into problems with like accidentally colouring in the outside with the inside, because this is all on one layer itself. So I don't want to. I just don't want to screw up like royally, you know. So yeah, I'm going to be very careful to not get any of that bit, because that's going to be its own color, its own thing. But at the same time, we've got to deal with that on these corners as well. These two corners. I should have done the inside first. I don't know why I did the paneling first. I don't know why. We were establishing base colors. That's what we were doing. Yeah. Okay, so base color for this shutter, for the shutter doors. I'm thinking just heavy metallic colors and stuff. So more grays and stuff. It's a thing. Spacecraft are often gray. It's just a thing. But more on the darker spectrum. But because it's in the light, I want to do. Where's my pencil? There it is. So I want to do the shutters. I want to do this color, so that when they're in the shadows, they will be very dark. Which is fine. These are kind of like chain segments. They fit into like their own rollers. There's two on either side. They can activate as one big door, or they can individually come down, because these like lock together into a pillar. So you can actually have half of the doors open, half the doors closed. But I wanted to make it very simple. So yeah, and I want those to be slightly darker. So we'll say that these segments are going to be this color. Then we'll add details later with the brush. Yeah. I want to save this color, so I'm just gonna. We can also have that be the outside line color as well. The inside's going to be lit up, and I'm going to have it in actual colors, or at least kind of colors. I kind of want it to be either a red, or a black and red, or something lit up, red and blue, something. Because it's the inside of the spacecraft. It's going to be different colors. You creamy color. A nice creamy color would be nice. I don't know. We've got to deal with shadows and things with the inner space. That's going to be fun. So, yeah. So I'm just wondering how I'm going to do this. Oh, I should have done that. I should have done with the line. It is. I'm going to fill in the edges afterwards somehow. I'm using this color. Using this color. Go back to pencil. Smaller pencil. Yeah, I do understand. I do understand that I'm on a line thing. Can I up the opacity? There you go. Yeah. There we go. So that's fine. I want a bigger, thicker line on the bottom, and I'm gonna actually texture it and stuff. So it's gonna be a thing. Can I get rid of it? Oh fuck! It's on the wrong layer. All the work we just did, it was on the wrong layer. I'm gonna start from doing the bottom line, because that's the thing we have to alter the most when we do the interior afterwards. So yeah. Yeah, I'm using a bigger pencil, I know. Annoying. So annoying. Basic colors. Doing basic colors. That's what I've got to realize. Doing basic colors. Okay, so I'm going to use that color again for the outside and stuff, and I'm going to add like details to it, like I said. Actually, because the bottom of the shutter has kind of like, it's almost got teeth. Does that make sense? Because it's got to latch on to the bottom of the hanger of this bit. It's gonna actually latch on. So it's gonna have to match those in like teeth to get a proper seal and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna do that, but I'm just getting the base colors down before I do all the texturing. So yeah. So in here we've got, where's my mesh? Did I already destroy the mesh? I destroyed the mesh layer, didn't I? Yeah. That's okay. We're going to have a shadow kind of inside, and I'm going to have to figure that one out. Okay, so let's go a bit more colorful. We're going to have a deep red for the base of the floor, just because I like that color. I think it will look good. It's either that or red for the walls. I think it'll look good here. Okay. So that's going to be the color of the floor. But that's it in shade. And this is it going to be it. Oh, nearly. In the light. Hopefully this isn't going to be super bright, but it's daylight. What are you going to do? Yeah, I like it. That makes sense. With the amount of light that's happening, that makes sense. That would make sense. Okay, so that's the shadow. That's the inside shadow. And what did we say? Like a creamy color. For the walls. Well, I was thinking more of the floor, to be honest, but yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm happy with that, and we can have these be light and stuff. Although if it's in direct sunlight, it's going to be severely whited out. Like so they're actually going to be dark on the floor. That's going to be weird because they're going to be reflective stuff. But for base colors, they're not looking bad. I've given lots of space around the edges to basically fill those in, so that's good. Yeah, I don't know if there's anything I can do in the next 5 minutes that will basically enhance this anymore, but we've got the base colors. This is going to be the base for the outside as well. I'm just going to make it be a little bit darker. So that's going to be the base for this outside and this sideways bits. That's what color that's going to be, and we're going to, like I said, I'm going to touch it all up later. But I just don't want it to interact at all, if I'm honest, with with the paneling on the outside. But because I should have done this first, but I didn't do this first because I was dummy. So I'm just going to talk about it for a little bit. I'm going to save it real quick. Oh, before I do, this layer, because sometimes it messes with the opacity for some reason. Save. I might come back sometime this week, in the week, because this wasn't a full lesson, and I really wanted to get this segment finished at some stage, like very soon, because we've got lots more to do, like so much more. But yeah. So we learned about basically doing the paneling, the shading for the corners and stuff. I still think that looks very effective, very cute. It's already way more, this segment is way more complicated than the other one was, because it was just, it's very reflective. It's just a very, very simple reflection hack with a few kind of like lines around it and on it to make it look slightly more reflective than it is. It's also a bit too blue, but I'm gonna get it. I'm ignoring that it's too blue. it was just supposed to be mirror reflective. But then it wouldn't have looked as cool, in my opinion. But yeah. Now that I'm looking at it from further away, I can see that the color scheme that I've got for the interior of the shuttle bay, I know it's not a military shuttle bay or anything like that, but whoever picked out the colors for this are wrong. I know that was me, but it looks not bad at the time, but yeah. The kind of red and cream kind of effect, kind of just it's luxury. It's not, you know, again, it's for a civilian space station, so it's kind of like a luxury thing, you know. The kind of like reds and golds and cream colors and stuff like that. It's meant for like almost a royalty kind of thing. Where's that royal blue? I don't know. But yeah, I think it looks fine. I think it looks great. Not great, but fine. I think it looks fine as is, but I'm really not looking forward to touching up the edges with the yeah. The only way I can think of doing it is if I do it onto another layer and I merge the layers after the effect. But I don't want to overload my computer with too many layers. But we'll figure it out next time. I have to go for a work meeting. I do apologize again. I shouldn't have scheduled this at the same time. It's all my fault. But I'll be back. I will be back to do a follow-up lesson at some stage. So yeah. Thank you for Jeffrey for being here, even if he had to run away real quick, like I am. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time.